In this video, we are going to learn input and output decorator. Communication between the component in Angular will help you to pass data from child component to parent components and vice versa. When we want to pass data from the parent component to the child component, we use input binding with input decorators. But same, if you want to pass data from child component to parent component, then we are going to use output decorator. So let's see with example. I have that Angular that 8 projects. In the source controller there is a one app component.ts and app component.html. So I'm going to delete this. First we'll use that input decorators. So create one child component, because one that app component.ts, this one will be the parent component. Now I'm going to create the child component. So that CLI command is that ng g for generate, c for component, and child. Now here you can see that there one folder in the app folder. There is one folder is created, that is a child folder, and then you can see that there is a four file is here: child component.css, html, this for testing, and then ts. So this one, first we will use that selector, that app dash child. So this selector I'm going to call into app component.html. So what we will do, we'll create one text box and a button. So that text box value I am going to pass from the parent component, that is a app component, I am going to pass to the child component. So now we are going to create one input type text box. Now I am going to create one reference variable, that is a item name. Okay. So this one is going to be happen in a parent component. So I am going to write this is that bold. This is the parent component. Okay. And one more, and now break. Now I'm going to add one more break here, and now we are going to add one button. So button, if it's an event, so I'm going to do like that. This one is the click event, so you can make a bracket only, and here you can add item. I'm going to pass that this. Name add item. Now run the application. So that command is ng serve dash open. It's compiling. The program is running. You can see here. See, this one is a parent component. This is a parent component. I have added one text and one item. Now this method I'm going to call into app component.ts. So I'm going to call this one into app.component. There will be the parameter. Here you can see that HTML, I am not passing that value. This one is the reference variable, so I am not passing the value. I am passing that reference variable. So here I will call here, that will be the item name, and then HTML input element. This one will be the HTML input element. So I'm going to create one array, that is an item array. So it will be the string of array. and this will be the first will be blank. Okay, so I'm going to add this value to that push. So here that I'm going to add that value, so here you can write value. The next I'm going to, after once it's added, so I'm going to create to clear that text box. So how we will do that one? Dot value is equal to clear. Now after that I'm going to focus that particular text. So how will focus? Now it's done. Now this value, this item dot array, it's going to be add. So there's this value I'm going to pass to child component. So open the child component to ts. So how I will do that one? So here in the child component you have to call that input decorator. So here you are going to call that input decorator. So input decorator you will find in the angular.core. So you can see here it's already added. Input decorator, the name of the input decorator, item array input. So this one also it will be the string of array, right? So now this one, this input array you have to call into that app component.html. This one it will be the property binding. First it will be that this property binding. Now what value you are going to pass from that app component, that value, particular value will be the item array. So this one you have to pass from here, that item array, right? Now open the child component. Now here once you are doing like that, because this one is that attribute binding and you are passing this value from that app component. So this here it's assigned that value. So this one I'm going to display into child component. So open that child component.html. So here that bold, I am in the child component. Child component. Okay, now we will use that ul, then li. In the li I'm going to use that structural directive, that is a star nz4, then let keyword, then item of this particular array. This item array input, it says, you can see here this value, because here in that app component.html you are assigning the value in the input array input, this one item array input. Okay, now we are going to use interpolation and to display the item. Okay, let's check that one. Make a breakpoint here, and more is here, breakpoint. Okay, now I try to add well, see now it's coming here, the child component, and then you can say that mango. So if you are going to click that add item, so see it's focusing and clearing also. Banana, laptop, desktop, right? It's adding here, but I want to do one more things. I want to pass that here the count. So I am passing from the parent component to the child component. That count also I want to pass. So how I will do that one, because the two value I want to pass. So I'm going to create the child component. First I will count here that app component. One more variable I'm going to create, that is a counter. This one will be that number. So this value, that counter, if you look the counter, so this dot counter equal to that length of item array. So this dot length. So this counter value I am to pass. So going to create one more. Open this one. Create one more input. That is a counter input. Counter. This one will be the number. Okay. So the counter input in the app.component, again you are going to use that. This one is the attribute mounting, or going to add this counter. So this two also added. Check one time. This one is the counter input, so you have to add this one counter input. Now save. And here we will display that one total number of item. Make a breakpoint. Display total number of item. Make it bold. Now the interpolation of a counter input. Just save. Open the. So here you can see that one. This one is a parent count I am trying to add, and this one will be the count. So here that apple, click add, mango, that add, laptop will be add. Now you can see here it's counting also from this is 3 item, and here it's displaying the 3. Monitor the 3. Okay, so now I am passing the 2 value from that parent component to child component. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching. In the next video we will learn how to use that output decorator.